A West Virginia House Delegate is being asked to resign after comparing the LGBTQ to the KKK. So this man expressed his opinion, which we have the right to do in the United States of America. America! But because he's not saying what they want him to say, he doesn't agree with the radical homosexuals and the radical homosexual supporters and the so-called LGBTQ. He is under pressure. Under pressure. He's been asked to resign. Isn't that amazing? When did evil start to take over and control good? This is WVVA. This is from WVVA. In an interview with WVVA Delegate Eric with a C, Porterfield said the LGBTQ are full of hate and are the closest thing to political terrorism in this country.
So as a whole, are you saying that the LGBTQ community expresses evil and hatred?
Absolutely. They're the most evil-spreading and hate-filled group in this country. They're the closest thing to political terrorism in America. No question about it. If they do not get their way, they attack people, they attack their businesses, they make it hard on people. And I'm a little wise to their tricks. You know, like some of the emails that we're getting, a lot of these accounts are brand new accounts. I think they're a systematic group because they're so small in number that try to make themselves bigger than they are so that people pay attention to them and they can extort people economically.
I really appreciate the matter of fact attitude he has and the honesty, because we all know that this is true. They do attack. They do hate anyone who goes against them. In California, some years ago, we voted for a bill that says a marriage is between one man, one woman, not two men or not two women. They had a hissy fit over that and went attacking. And the court refused to enforce that bill, that law, that vote. It was amazing. The delegate Porterfield explained what happens when you speak out against the so-called LGBTQ.
And when people do not give them their way, they can't just go and live and let live. They have to attack, they have to ridicule, assault. They're just really a blight on this country and a blight in our communities as a socialist organization.
If this man is right, and I know him to be right, I don't know him personally, but I know he's right, they're asking him to resign or something, you got to support this. Support this guy. When these people of the lie see that the people who are telling the truth and are not afraid and they have major support, they'll cut it out. They really will. So on one hand, they're saying what this guy is saying is not true, but yet they're asking him to resign. Isn't that amazing? 59 News, Porterfield support an amendment that limits the ability of Morris County LGBTQ to consider themselves a protected class.
Lawmakers in West Virginia's Government Organization Committee shut down a controversial amendment that would limit a city's ability to name members of the LGBTQ community as a protected class. This opening them up for the possibility for discrimination based on sexual orientation. Republican Delegate Eric Porterfield of Mercer County supported the amendment and is coming under fire for comments he made in committee.
Amazing. Support this guy. He's right about this. And these people who are claiming to be protected classes, like black people, radical women, liberal women, Muslims, whomever else, LGBTQ and all that mess, they are not victims. They are victimizers. Believe me. And anyone who falls for this lie that they're victims, that's the brainwashing that I open up about. You have to be careful what you believe in. These people are not victims. And they don't have victim mentalities either. They pretend to have that. These people are wealthy. They're getting educated. They're making buku money. They're living in nice neighborhoods. They just don't want you to stop them. They want to stop you from their wrongful lifestyles. They want you to agree with it. And you have a right not to, folks. He says they are the most socialist. Did we do that? They are the most socialist group in this country and will attack their own people if they do not align with their political ideas. What?
LGBT is the most socialist group in this country. They do not protect gays. There are many gays they persecute if they do not line up with their social ideology. Milo Yiannopoulos, completely different than how I live. He has a tour. And in UC Berkeley in California, the LGBT, now this is a homosexual man who by himself, now this was the name of his tour. This is not what I named his tour. But he was on what he referred to as the Danger Tour. And the LGBT stormed that building and did $200,000 worth of damage.
Amazing.
Because he didn't line up with their political ideology. And he had to...
Amazing. Amazing. And there are men and women who are locked into that lifestyle of homosexuality and lesbians, but they don't want to be. They want out. They know that you can overcome it. They just don't quite understand how. The radical homosexuals will destroy them for saying that they want out. They're not allowed to say, well, they want out. They don't want to be in that lifestyle. Because it proves that you can overcome it, and they want no proof because they have submitted to the prince of darkness. They've given in, and they want to bring everybody into that same hell. Isn't that amazing?